tells a story. I don't want to be mentioning brand, mentioning their names, because this platform is not for advertisement for now. Maybe in the future, I can be talking about particular brands that I can use to buttress my points. Do you understand? Am I answering your questions? Yeah. You have to be able to, like I said, package, have a marketing strategy or marketing strategies that you can use to push your purpose across the people. Put colors to it. Even your what determines your location, where you will place your business, has a lot to do with your target market. You also have to know your target market, because everybody has your own. Every brand has their target market. You should be able to locate, the kind of people that you want to reach out to. For instance, I'm doing my salon in the mall. I know the type of people, that I'm targeting. If I want to do a salon outside the mall, the kind of ambience I will create will be different from the ones I have presently. Do you understand? So these are the things that you take into consideration. So do we have another question? Okay, fine. Let's hear your question.
Sorry, what's the difference between purpose and brand? Okay,
so you're asking the difference between purpose and branding. There is really no difference between purpose and branding. Branding is actually, purpose is branding. Branding is purpose. It has to do with content. It has to it has to do with the reason why you are doing what you're doing, right?
Like the vision and mission.
Yeah, the vision. Okay, the vision is actually, if you look at it, the vision is putting purpose in pictures. You are able to visualize your purpose. Purpose is like, okay, I want to be, let's use Bruno, let's be practical. Bruno's Place, where the purpose for Bruno's Place is to transform hairstylists. Do you understand? Give them a convenient environment for them to work. Now, when I begin to put a picture, begin to imagine, I begin to say it, because if you can't see it in your mind's eye, you won't be able to bring it to reality. You should be able to picture it. When you are able to visualize it, when you are able to see it, it becomes a vision. Do you understand? That is, you are putting images, you are putting pictures to purpose. That's what vision is. That has to do with, the content, the internal, the things that goes on the inside before you bring it out on the outside. So branding and purpose, they're actually the same thing. Do you understand? They're actually the same thing. So does anybody have another question? Okay, why do we need advertisement? You need advertisement, is to create awareness, because you see, money does not work on the street. People go with money, right? People go with money. So you need to let people know. You need to create awareness. The key word for advertisement or advertising is awareness. You want a lot of people to be aware of what you're doing. So that's why you advertise. Do you understand? Advertising is good. Advertisement is good. But first thing first, you have to start from the place of purpose, branding, then you move to packaging and marketing. Okay, we are back again. But are you understanding it now? Are you following what I'm saying? So you have to create awareness. Keyword for advertisement, keyword is awareness. Do you understand? Keyword for branding is a promise, purpose, a direction. Do you understand? But why keyword for packaging and marketing is strategies, It has to do with strategies. Are you following what I'm saying? You also have that at the back of your mind. When they say branding, you're talking about purpose. What is the reason? Why are you doing what you are doing? When they say marketing and packaging, your keyword should be strategies. What will I use? What are the steps? What the process flow? You're talking about the process flow. How do I take this idea, from where it is, from point A to point Z? Do you understand? Then advertisement is like you want to create awareness. You want a lot of people to know about it. If a lot of people know about your business, the more money that you make. Did you understand? Are you following? So today we're even just making it as if we're just talking about branding, packaging, advertising. Well, that's actually the next stage. But the last time we talked about it was about purpose. We now know that what drives a business, what drives a relationship, what drives your life is actually purpose. It's not. Don't look at the money. Don't look at the benefits. Do you understand? Because I was talking to somebody yesterday. He's into printing, and you know how it is when people are into printing. They tell you they're into branding and all that. Then I was telling him that he should not just focus on printing. He should not sell printing, because the truth is that if he's pushing printing, there are so many people out there who would do it better than him. He cannot be the greatest printer. Do you understand? He cannot be the greatest printer. But he can be, the best brand person. If he knows how to advise people. Like somebody who comes to your shop, he wants to print. You ask the person, why do you want to print this? Sometimes the job that people want to do might not really add value to what they are doing. Do you understand? But if you are able to help the person, to let the person know that this thing that you are doing, you can do it this way. You can do it this other way. If you do it this other way, you will achieve better result. And if the person tries it out, that person will be committed to you, because you are advising the person. You are more like a consultant to the person, and your ability to advise and consult for people has to do with you, what you know, your experiences, because it's your person that reflects on what you are doing. If you're not a detailed person, there's no way you can by detail about anything that you're doing. Do you understand? So if you're somebody who has standard, when you're advising somebody, you always bring standard into bear. Are you following what I'm saying? So you can be a better consultant, you can be a better advisor, than every other person. But you can never be, to him, you cannot be a better printer, because there are people that will do it better than you. So whenever you are doing something like that, you will not only charge for just printing, you also charge for the advice, for the counsel that you are giving to people. Do you understand it now? So still checking. So more people are coming there. I can see more people are coming in. I want to welcome you on board, but we're not seeing your questions. This is supposed to be a question and answer sessions, or let's reason together. We're talking business, we're talking life, we're talking about relationship. So do we still have any question?
What is
Logo. That's a very good question. Logo is a means of identity. Something that you can use to represent a brand. The truth is that as the brand, as the initiator, as the creative person, as the person that is as the brand ambassador, you cannot be everywhere. Do you understand? You cannot be everywhere, but you can have an identity that will represent you everywhere. Do you understand? You see, for instance, you see my logo. You can see the logo. So anywhere you see this logo, you know it's Bruno's Place. Seeing the logo alone, it tells you what Bruno's Place is all about. Are you understand what I'm saying? Logo is something that you can use to let people know what you are into. Do you understand? Do you understand it now? It's a means of identity. Somebody sees your logo. If you see a Coca-Cola, for instance, this is a Coca-Cola. If you see a ShopRite, the logo, it's a ShopRite. Because the truth is that what you are doing, or what you want to do, there are so many other people doing the same thing. So you need to differentiate yourself from them. So logo, apart from also being an identity, can also be a means of differentiation. Something that people can use to recognize you from every other people that are doing the same thing that you are doing. Do you understand? That's what the logo is. Logo is very key. It's very important. Do any brand needs a logo? Yes, it's good to have a logo, but don't make your logo to be complicated. Don't let it be complicated. There are some people, they just have their name is their logo. Just the name. Do you understand? Just the name is the logo. So, do we have any other question? Do we have another question? Okay. Okay, good morning, yeah?
So, in the line of all this stuff, packaging, how can you go about it?
If you're not into packaging, okay, if you have a business, so you don't know about how to package and all that, no, you have to engage somebody who is good at it. You have to look for somebody who is good at it.
You know how to call the person. You don't do the person that can actually put you through.
But nowadays, you can find, there's nothing you cannot find now, because you can go to Google and Google. There's information abounds. You can Google. Like as I'm talking to you now, I'm a brand strategist. I went to a branding school. As I'm talking to you, if you have anything to do with branding, you can talk to me. I can advise you. I can tell you how to go about it. You can see I'm using everything that I learned in the branding school, for my business. But there are some people, who don't have this experience, this training that I have. All you need to do is to get a consultant, somebody who can put you through, somebody who can advise you, and tell you how to go about it. But the truth is that branding is very key. Packaging and marketing is very key. Advertisement is very key. But you have to look for the one that is cheaper for you, so that you can use it to push your purpose across.